I woke to the sound of hail today, then rain, and the wind through the trees, and fear, a rising fear for what else could be on those winds. I recognized the fear quickly because it was something new, something I haven't really felt in a long time. Not an intense fear. It was entirely manageable, reasonably proportional to the potential risk in this part of the world when the winds start moving. But it was fear nonetheless, fear for losing something. Not the house, nor any of my things, but fear of losing this life. That's very new. And so I couldn't help but notice it straight away and look at it, into it. It's a newfound desire to live. And to think how I've written so much about this most fundamental element to life, the most necessary ingredient, without having it myself. I suppose that's the truth behind most writers, though, that the things we feel most compelled to write about are actually the things we know least about. That's where the compulsion to write wells up from, a desire to understand that which eludes us. A prime example of the Jungian shadow, my compulsion to say so much about how to live is in reaction to my shadow. Not that my shadow is or has been all that difficult to see or recognize. I've been pretty good about embracing it for some time, really. To a fault, actually, for being prone to rumination and the downward emotional spiral that must accompany it. Rumination, perseveration, it's something of hyper-rationalism. Reason so reasonable that it displaces what it should be subject to, namely, truth. Like the emissary that becomes overconfident, not knowing what he does not know, and compromising his master for it. That's what rationalism is, an emissary to the master that is truth. Perseveration and rumination must be hyper-rational states, too reasonable to recognize the truth they're supposed to serve. I'm not faking it so much anymore, am I? I've actually learned a thing or two in the last 7 years. This might be my Renaissance period, a revival, a rebirth. I had to die first, and I did, and so I begin again. But with humility this time. Not a candle, a moth.